Hi, welcome to this demo on IBM Spectrum Protect Plus offering inside of the AWS Marketplace. What this offering brings you is the ability to do either a hybrid or an all-in-cloud installation of the IBM Spectrum Protect Plus server and vSnap into the AWS cloud. Now, what this gives you is the ability to protect and reuse the database workloads that are running on AWS. This might be your DB2, Microsoft SQL Server, Oracle, MongoDB, or even in some cases Exchange. And you can then send these copies either to S3 containers out on AIS for long-term retention, or you could replicate them out to other vSnaps, or you could just leave them in the vSnap on the Amazon Web Services. And so by having the ability to have your Spectrum Protect Plus server either on-site in a hybrid environment or having the entire solution of the Spectrum Protect Plus server and vSnap inside of the Amazon Web Services, that gives you the ability to use the Amazon Web Services as a replication target or as a DR site if you need to rebuild your entire infrastructure in the cloud. So in this video, we're going to look at the hybrid use case where you have an existing Spectrum Protect Plus server on premise, and in AWS, we will only be installing a vSnap, and in this case, we will also be installing a new VPC. There are other videos out there covering the all-in-cloud solution, so check those out too. So when you go to deploy the Amazon Web Services, you're first going to decide where you want your Spectrum Protect Plus server. Is that going to be on premise on your own site in a hybrid model, or is that going to be inside of the AWS cloud? And then when you go to deploy this, you're going to have to either choose an existing VPC to deploy these into or a new VPC. I'll be deploying a new VPC for a hybrid solution that has an existing Spectrum Protect Plus server on premise. This is what an all-in-cloud environment will look like, where we have both our Spectrum Protect Plus server and our Spectrum Protect vSnap repository inside of AWS, protecting the databases that are running inside of AWS, and alternately offloading data to an S3 container for long-term, less expensive storage. This is what a hybrid environment would look like if you chose the hybrid environment. That would have a Spectrum Protect Plus server and a vSnap on a customer site. And then on AWS, we would only have a vSnap server. And we could use these two vSnap servers for replication or for backing up the application workloads that are running inside of AWS. And then you could offload some of those snapshots to an S3 bucket for long-term, less expensive storage. In this video, I'll be using an already deployed on-premise IBM Spectrum Protect Plus server and vSnap. I'll be utilizing AWS to create a new VPC and a Spectrum Protect Plus vSnap out on the AWS cloud. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. So from the AWS Management Console, click on Services, and you're going to want to search for Marketplace. Click on Marketplace Subscriptions there, and then you're going to search for Spectrum Protect, and you'll see it brings up our Spectrum Protect Plus offering. And if you click on this offering, on the landing page, you'll see information about the IBM Spectrum Protect Plus offering, the latest version we're offering, and general information about what Spectrum Protect Plus is. You can then scroll down, and it'll give you details about the all-in-cloud environment versus the hybrid environment. It'll show you the version. It'll give you links if you want to watch videos about the installation and about the solution. And it'll give you a calculator which will help you estimate, and this is only an estimate, your costs. So the first thing you need to do for this calculator is choose the region that you're deploying into. They'll then choose whether this is a new or existing VPC. They'll look at the cost of deploying a Spectrum Protect Plus vSnap into AWS, and this solution will depend upon the size of the vSnap they're deploying. They will also look at the cost of deploying a Spectrum Protect Plus server in AWS if this is an all-in-cloud solution. If this is a hybrid solution, they can ignore that cost because the Spectrum Protect Plus server will be running on local resources. They'll then look at the estimated infrastructure cost for the AWS infrastructure that they'll be taking advantage of. And remember, this is bring your own license. So the Spectrum Protect Plus server license will be purchased from IBM, and then the customer will enter the key directly into either the on-premise or in-cloud Spectrum Protect Plus server. They can then look at the different fulfillment options. The first one is if this is a new VPC, be able to look at the template. They'll be able to look at the deployment guide if they wish to select that. And here's an actual picture of that template, and you can download this template if you want. We also have information about an existing VPC if you're deploying the Spectrum Protect Plus vSnap and possibly the Spectrum Protect Plus server into an existing AWS VPC. Finally, you'll have information on how you get support, and then go ahead and click Continue to subscribe. Read the terms and conditions, notice the effective date, and then click on the Continue to Configure button. You'll see here the two fulfillment options for either an existing or new VPC. We're going to go ahead and choose a new VPC. And now you'll see the software version. Choose the latest 10.15 version. You'll need to choose your region to deploy. Click on Continue to Launch. Now you'll need to choose Launch Cloud Formation and then press the Launch button. On the Create Stack page, the Cloud Formation templates are already loaded, so go ahead and click Next. You'll want to specify the stack details, so first enter the stack name. We're going to call it New VPC Hybrid. And then for the parameters, we will be deploying a hybrid instance. This is critical. We are not doing an all-in-cloud. We're only doing a hybrid that just installs the vSnap inside of AWS. The Spectrum Protect Plus server is on-premise and already installed. Go ahead and enter your VPC CIDR, the public subnet, and the private subnet. You'll then need to enter the external access CIDR, and this is going to be the range of IPs in your corporation which have access into the Bastion server on AWS. And that Bastion server is then going to give you access to the Spectrum Protect Plus vSnap. So go ahead and enter that range. Next, you'll either need to utilize an existing key pair or a new key pair. So if you don't have one, you can go into Services, EC2, Network and Security, and then choose a key pair. And this should be saved as a file to your computer. And it's basically needed to log on to the vSnap and Spectrum Protect Plus server. And if you lose it or don't have access to it, then you can't get SSH access to that solution. You'll choose the time zone and the availability zone for the vSnap that it's going to reside in. Now you're going to be prompted for an Spectrum Protect Plus user, Spectrum Protect Plus password, and then confirming the Spectrum Protect Plus password. These options are actually going to be ignored. We're not actually going to use them because we have no connectivity to the Spectrum Protect Plus server because the VPC and the VPN currently don't exist. So you can enter whatever you want here, but those are ultimately going to be ignored. Now we're going to enter information about the vSnap that we're going to configure in AWS. First of all, you're going to choose the repository size. You'll have figured this out using the blueprints and sizer that's out on the web. Next, you'll need to choose the disk type, and this will impact the performance. So you'll want to pick the correct disk type. You can choose if you want dedupe enabled or disabled. And then you're going to choose the instant type. And the instant type is a combination of the vSnap size and the dedupe being enabled or disabled. And we've done a lot of the work for you by taking a lot of the hardware requirements out of the blueprints and pre-configuring them here so that you can just choose the size and dedupe. Now you're going to enter a vSnap user ID, and the vSnap password, and you'll need to confirm that password as well. So you definitely want to enter something and remember what those are, because you'll be needing them later. For the S3 bucket, we are actually going to ignore that option because we do not have the ability to define a service level agreement into the Spectrum Protect Plus server because we have no VPN or VPC access into that Spectrum Protect Plus server yet. So the S3 bucket will be ignored. Go ahead and click Next again, click OK on those options, and now click Create Stack. You'll see that there's a main hybrid stack that's been created and then 3 nested stacks for the VPC, the Bastion server, and the vSnap server. Notice there's no Spectrum Protect Plus server created. If you click on the stack, you will see the IP address for the vSnap. You'll need that in order to define that to the Spectrum Protect Plus server. Now, if we look at the instances, you'll see that we have a Bastion server instance and a vSnap server instance, and both of those are in running status at this point. So what you'll need to do next is set up your VPN for this new VPC. And once you think you have it set up, you can test it with a simple ping between the Spectrum Protect Plus server and the vSnap. And then you want to go ahead and register that vSnap into the Spectrum Protect Plus server, just using the regular Spectrum Protect Plus server vSnap registration procedures. So in summary, I've shown you how to deploy a new Spectrum Protect Plus vSnap into a new VPC out on AWS. You'll then manually define this vSnap to your existing Spectrum Protect Plus server once your VPN is in place. Be sure to check out the other videos where I show you the other options for utilizing Spectrum Protect Plus and AWS. Thank you very much.